What's up, everybody? I'm Gabe Casper, and this is 3 Minutes or Less. So on January 5th, 2020, the British comedian Ricky Gervais hosted the Golden Globe Awards, and he used his opening monologue as an opportunity to just absolutely lambaste and crush Hollywood as a whole. And really, his whole opening speech came to a crescendo at the end where he said this. It's a long quote, so hang in there with me. He said this: "Apple roared into the TV game with The Morning Show, a superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China." Well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, Apple, Amazon, Disney, if ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. Now, if you're like me, you maybe take a kind of, let's be honest, sick pleasure in seeing someone just slap around Hollywood elites and calling them out on their hypocrisy, right? I mean, I'm not proud of that. But the reality is, Gervais is right in this instance. He's wrong a lot of other times. He's right in this instance. Every year during award season, we're subject to moral lectures from people who, in general, have no real moral compass. And it's just exhausting to listen to that much hypocrisy. And it could be so easy then to pat ourselves on the back. But the reality is, we would do well to look in the mirror and see that we're all hypocrites. I mean, just consider the golden rule. You can find some form of it in most religious and moral traditions around the globe. But Jesus puts it like this. He says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Now, that's an ethic that I think most people, at least in my part of the world, would say they subscribe to. But do you actually do it? Love other people as much as you love yourself, meaning as much as you want to see yourself fed, clothed, healthy, successful, as much time and energy and effort as you put into that. Do you do that for other people? All the time? And see, this is why grace matters so much, because no one's doing it right. St. Paul puts it like this in Romans chapter 3. For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God and are justified by his grace as a gift through the redemption that is in Christ Jesus. Like, this is the core message of Christianity, that despite our moral failings or our moral successes, despite our hypocrisy, despite our inability to love others as ourselves, God's posture towards you is one of grace. A grace that says your moral failings or successes won't determine your relationship to God. Instead, Jesus takes your sin on the cross and he gives you his moral perfection. He gives you his moral record as a grace, as a gift. And so let's stop pretending that we're doing it right and staring down our noses at other people, but instead let's simply receive the gift of God's grace in Christ Jesus.